Okay, let's do this. Today, I'm gonna talk to you about bikes and how you may or may not perceive them correctly. To begin with, I'm gonna give you a quick recap. There are bikes for every kind of driver. The enduro, motocross, which aren't the same, the chopper, the RTR for comfort, the sports bike, and the double purpose or GS, which is the one I'll be talking about. GS comes from Galant Sport in German, which in English translates to off-road, road, which pretty much describes itself. It's really powerful and comfortable, while also allowing you to get to some off-road paths. I've been involved in this world since I was 10, but not until recently did I start riding them. You may wonder, why do I want a bike for? A car can do the same things and is much safer and comfortable. And while you're right, let me explain. A bike isn't only a transport. Getting from point A to point B, as in a car often is. It's about the journey and the thrill that it gives you. You feel connected to the road, the weight of your helmet, the exposure you have to the wilderness a road has, and the complete control every single thing your bike does. It's just beautiful. Even though the journey is what we most enjoy, it's also an excuse to travel to parts of the world you wouldn't even imagine existing. Every Sunday, without COVID, we go out, ride and have breakfast somewhere relatively near. We can go from Hidalgo to Guanajuato, coming back home at midday or for dinner. However, there are trips that can only be seen as a challenge, from Veracruz to Acapulco in a single day, or a month-long trip all the way from Alaska. We go to Argentina and Europe. All of this in our bikes. The trip I liked the most was La Baja. We went to Mazatlan, where we took a ferry which crossed us to La Paz. Then we head down to Los Cabos, point where the only way back home is to go up, all the way to Tijuana, going through all the cities and towns, which there aren't many, and with them the most amazing views and the places I've ever seen. From visiting a huge salt factory which covered as much as your eyes can see, to touching whales and being surrounded by playful dolphins that they just wanted to be with you. It was just beautiful, and it's an experience I would recommend anyone to have, whether it's in a bike or not. As much as I'd like to expand further, I have limited time, and now I'm talking about the elephant in the bike, safety. We are aware about the risks driving a bike involves, which is why we use a full body designed equipment for bikes. The same which is terminally obligatory for anyone who wants to ride in our community. You can see the hat is only because our hair gets messy with the helmet, so we use it when we get off the bike. This can be used for the cold, or we use it this way in the hair, so it doesn't itch when we have the helmet on. The jacket, let me stand up. The jacket has protections all over the shoulders, the arms, the abdomen, and the back, which in any case can really help you. The jersey is optional, but we use it for comfort because it's really light and flexible. We also use I'm gonna get in the chair. The pants, it has also protections all around, and it's really hard to get through. And when you fall off a bike, it's really common for you to get friction burns. It will protect you about it. The helmet is the most expensive and important part of the equipment. It has several protections, and we often buy this one. There's no one. It's Italian, and it's very common here in Mexico. And the radio is optional. It allows you to talk with other bikers or with your passenger. Okay, I'll put it back on later. Okay. A bike is as safe as you want it to be. However, accidents do happen. I learned to drive when I was 17, which means I have barely enough experience, which ultimately ended up with me having an accident. When you have to take a turn, you have to take it at an exact speed, because when you overspeed, the bike understeers, which can be balanced by tilting more the bike. Unfortunately, I didn't have the experience to do this, and going overspeed, I crashed. Um, it might sound like I am justifying my negligence, and honestly, I probably am. I've had, I recovered from the experience, and further from scaring me, it teach me, which ended up with me getting into the bike in a few days. I've had to help other partners in serious crashes that they have been involved in. The one I most remember is a close friend who crashed with another bike in an emergency brake. He was unconscious for several days since he had a brain injury, and took him about a year to recover and get back to his life. He had luck too. He had a second chance in life that most of people don't get. I don't have to tell you the worst case scenario. You know what it is. Not everything is fun after all, but we take the best of it and deal with the problems the best we can. You may or may not agree with me, but this is what we do. Okay, I hope you liked the video. I went a minute over, I'm sorry, but I really had to cover the security issue. Um, really hope you like it. I could talk about it for hours, but we only have 5 minutes. And yeah, thanks. Hope you liked it.